Yo, what up? Good morning to the people. You know what I'm saying? I've been having a lot of conversations in the past hour since yesterday after that school conversation. Let me tag the world up before I start my conversation. Today's conversation gonna be about, let's talk about black men, faith in black women, or black women, faith in black men. Let me keep tagging. Now, from the beginning of this conversation, whenever I had these conversations and we speak here, you know, I realize how sensitive these topics is. Because even people that know me or women that love me, like, I want to believe you're not women bashing this morning. And I'll be like, God damn. But I wake up every morning and I hear all this negativity. Now, the conversation is about why black men is losing faith in black women today. Because I had a conversation and I got in a big ass argument about a conversation. You know, females trying to tell me like, well, you said like, the way you break it down, like you don't believe in black women no more and this and that. And so we had a conversation, but we can't have a logical conversation. And we can't have it because logic ain't something that we're going to exist on when we having our conversations in these combos, right? So if as men, whenever I tell a woman that we have a conversation about a man having faith in black women, it's like there's this imaginary cloud above the fucking world that's saying like, oh, black men are the reason for all things that's fucked up, right? And it's just like, it's like that conversation when bro was saying, telling black women, don't fuck with a black man, and like don't build with a black man. He was telling black women, don't build with a black man when he's coming up. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that, blah, blah, blah. Don't do it. And that's a very black logic, because if that man gets millions or gets established without you, he's not gonna treat you the same fucking way. You didn't help him make that money. If you're a woman that's with a nigga from the bottom and he came up and you helped or whatever the case, it's gonna be a different respect than somebody who you met him when he was established already. You know what I'm saying? You and all the rest of the women and all the rest of the people he dating can get the same benefit. He got the bag already, he gonna take care of you and a bunch of other women. You feel me? But in the conversation when I be having about black women, I realize because it's me, when I speak about it, like I notice when I have a conversation in that world that it becomes not a conversation about intellect or about what we supposed to be speaking about, right? A woman would say, well, how can you say that black women immature? Look at what just happened with that teacher. What's going on with that teacher, right? With that teacher is a woman. But even though she's a woman and she probably has kids and that she probably has a daughter, right? Because they're children, because we so naive and talking about the mother and the fathers of our community, because we so fucking naive, we gonna say, oh, well, we pay you to be a public servant, so I don't give a fuck if my kid come up and shoot up the school or stab you. You don't put your hands back on them. And that shit ignorant. And I limit my interaction with people on that note too, because I realize too that if I'm not, I respect everybody's point of view, but I stay away from people that's unlogical, because I have to be real with myself. Everybody in America got children. It takes a village, right? So what I'm saying is that even women didn't even sympathize with another woman. A lot of women were sympathizing with the kid. You feel me? And even black men wasn't even understanding, like, you know, that's why I was saying in the conversation yesterday, I could understand if it was a black male teacher and this happened. Because as a black man, yeah, he should have walked the fuck away and he could have got out of the office. But if she was bold enough to smack a man teacher, then is that too. Like, I know that's why I ain't about to have this conversation. Half of y'all niggas ain't even whooping y'all kids' ass and ain't doing shit for yourself. Like, it's that. So when I had this conversation about black man, faith in black women, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. But I think that black women need to be more mindful about why somebody like me is having this conversation. Because when I say that, a lot of black women get offended. They be like, well, nah, because you can't put that on all women. I be looking at women like, well, take your own advice. Because when y'all frustrated and y'all heard about a man, y'all put all that shit on us, right? Every man. So my only thing is, why is it not seen? So I'm going to give you intellect and not disrespect or frustration. We don't feel, and this is a common conversation I have with a lot of men, we don't feel we can trust y'all. Because if you with us and we tell you at home, yo, you need to do this, you can work out more, you can do this, when we start criticizing or critiquing what you could be better at, you know, instead of the average person or average woman saying, the average woman saying like, okay, well, this what you don't like, I'm gonna fix these things. Like, why the fuck why you always complaining? Why can't you love me for me? Because loving you, or even if a man said that, loving you for you, where you at now ain't where you supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? We the most unstable culture in the planet, the American blacks. We might got more money than the rest of the blacks on planet Earth, but mentally we weaker than everybody. So as a man, when I look out in the world, women be like, why don't you judge us? All y'all fucking naked. All of y'all dressed like sluts and whores on average. Like the 95%. It's and the women that's up here that get mad at me and like, oh, that ain't me. I'm not. That means you're the rarity, right? So I want y'all to understand. I always say that, but y'all know, like, if y'all want to go, like, they would say this or the teacher she had on this and that and that. You're right, but that's the culture. That's the culture we a part of, right? And of course, if you get in a fight, right, you're gonna see body parts come out. That teacher never got in that fight, and I'm just making this point. If she never got in that fight, y'all, the boys in that class would have never seen her body. But during a fight, girls fight all the time with jeans on and they clothes come off. You know what I'm saying? But we have a right to not have faith in black women. Not that we don't love them, but the fact of the matter is we don't understand your agenda. Who told you that we had to live up to what you feel is a man, respectfully? Who told you that? Like, and that's what I say. Like, I have a conversation with women, a regular conversation, and the one conversation that irritates me the most is when I ask women, and I want women and men to feel free. I'm not going to attack nobody this morning. I ain't knowing that type of time. Who told y'all that a man can't yell? Right? If you want to know my point, then you need to keep listening. You know what I'm saying? So that's the point. What's my agenda? Pay attention. I be up here all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think some of the questions y'all be asking is not important. My point, if you listen and stop, like, that's what I'm saying. Our people got a problem with listening. Right? If you're going to come on my feed and you say, what's the point? Then be quiet and listen, bro. Interact with me. I just been on for 5 minutes. So it's like we having a conversation and you like, yeah, bro, I hear you, shut the fuck up. That's what's wrong with our people. That's why I don't exist around small-minded shit. If I'm having a conversation, I've been live for 5 minutes. You ask me, what's my point? Stop the runaround. Listen to my motherfucking conversation. Right? That's the problem. Us as a people so fucking rude. I don't know you from a can of paint. I've been live for 5 minutes and you done made 3 comments that's disrespectful because my people ignorant and they stupid as fuck and don't know how to communicate. You get on somebody's feed, we having a conversation. What's your point? If you listen, you'll get my point. If you stick around, if you choose to, you'll get it. But that's like if I'm in a room having a conversation with 20 people and I'm talking and you the type nigga in the room, you like, bro, what the fuck you talking about? What's your point? I'm going to check you or I'm going to stop. I ain't going to fuck with you. That's the reason why, right? The internet free. You know, I be telling niggas, hop off my shit. You feel me? Now, my point of this conversation is saying that women, right? And that's the issue. You see, we say whoever this nigga is, at the end of the day, ignorance, my nigga. But my point of this whole conversation is saying that we don't have to have faith in black women if black women don't respect themselves. And it's like a lot of the issues that they second guess men for, y'all have the right. But when I talk to women, they go like, oh, don't be like that. Why don't you have faith in da-da-da? I don't have faith in women or black women because not that there's no good ones, but it's way more ones that ain't shit. Like, and we want to act like the man is the problem, right? And black men is for sure mentally fucked up on average. I ain't never made no excuses, but I'm tired of the illusion. And respectfully, I don't mean no harm because I got 12 sisters, but what did black woman figure out by herself that black man didn't do that give her the right to feel like she better? Because when it come down to the kids, oh, I carried this baby, but you didn't conceive this motherfucker by yourself. Now, some niggas ain't did shit for their kids, but I know just as many niggas who don't do, the niggas who don't give a fuck about their kids, they're not arguing with their baby mamas. Fuck you, do it by yourself. But then the niggas who sitting around here trying to help women got all these attitudes and trying to drug them through the mad because of what they think. It's a lot of women that play that baby mama shit like they independent. You're not independent. You feel me? You just trying to live a life that's not really good. Some of y'all real independent. These niggas ain't shit, but it's a good chunk of y'all who live with the mindset that it's not that. Right? But that be my point. You know what I'm saying? If in the conversation, right, and this is what I be saying, why I always be on my type of time. Motherfuckers will come up here and instead of like, we gotta stop that shit. Like I tell my mother, if I'm having a conversation, she stopped me and my mama say, well, what's the point? Well, first of all, it's rude as fuck. Right? Because our parents and I question about your morals and I question how we were raised. When I sit in a room, if I'm going to sit back and listen, the best way that I can observe a situation is to listen and to figure out what's going on. I can't, how should I say, it happen all the time. Motherfuckers be like, what I can feel you can use, that's why God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth, you feel me? So I've been going live forever. If you just now meet and you don't know my agenda, then just dig, right? We don't have to have faith in black women the same way she don't have faith in us. That don't mean that I don't respect the black woman. That just means I don't have faith in her decision making. When she's at work, if I tell her at home that you need to do A, B, C, and D, right? And when you go to the store, you mad at me, you like, I ain't gotta listen to you. When you go to the store, some nigga in your face, he don't know you. When you go to work, some nigga all up in your face, he wanna fuck you, wanna bend you over. He don't know you. See, y'all get confused with niggas wanting to fuck y'all and niggas playing sweet to y'all because they got to deal with y'all. The motherfucker who with you will see you every day. That's who know who you are and know you're good and bad. Not saying that everything a man says is right, but vice versa. Either way you put it, man or woman. But then you go out into the world and somebody that hardly know you, like you, it's that. We know you got a job, boo. We know that, you know what I'm saying? Women, we know as men that there's 10 niggas in most of y'all phones, especially if you under 40. There's 10 niggas in y'all phones that y'all can call when y'all ain't got it. It's a nigga that y'all know that got cash, that he'll throw you some bread to help you with that shit, you know what I'm saying? And some niggas come around like it's a bad habit. And I'm a real nigga. I ain't one of these squares. Like my man said, I look like I'm an innocent nigga and I got a young face, but I've been around this motherfucker. So I know for a fact that 85, like I know, let's not be real. You know how women come to me all the time, you're like, well, you know, Jers, you know that all women had a whole phase. I ain't know. I mean, we, as men, we had an idea when we say all women have a whole phase. So y'all have normalized a whole phase as a part of normal life. So let's just say, some women might say I was on my whole phase when I was 15 or 21 because they was young and they was fucking and they ain't know no better, they won't listen to their parents. Some women when they whole phase in their 20s and some women go in their whole phases in their 30s. Right? But my point is, it's not about my judgment of what your whole phase is. It's me saying that what happened to the self-appreciation and the righteousness of a woman that understand that your value is dependent upon how you value yourself and how you treated yourself. Every woman on planet Earth got a vagina. Every man on planet Earth got a penis. So like I tell a lot of girls I know, I could get pussy from anywhere. So let's not get this mistaken. You know what I'm saying? I'm using me as an example. I ain't no ugly nigga. I can get vagina from any female. There's nothing special. So the fact that women walk around with their hips popping thinking their ass is fat, it's a girl ass fatter. You know what I'm saying? Just like it's a nigga around think he arrogant, it's a nigga that's a little bit cuter, a little bit fly, a little bit more money. But that's what we exist on, right? I know for a fact, I'm not guessing. I lived out here for a minute, but I'm from other places. I traveled the country in high school. I know me, not somebody told me. And then I have a lot of women that be young women or women that don't have enough, like, I notice I talk, and I think women aren't telling, but sometimes a woman would like to, I had conversations where it's like, yo, I know you ain't read no books. I know that you ain't really tried to focus and really be the best you. I know you've been on some, you know, selfish shit. It's about me, you know what I'm saying? And my point, and I also want to say, I heard, like, for example, somebody say, well, if a man yells at me, then I'm going to stop talking to him and cut him off, and he don't got to yell at me to talk to me. So why don't y'all take your own advice? Because women be emotionally upset about shit that might not be what the man is saying. She yells, she gets frustrated, she gets in her feelings, right? These are things that women want us to accept as men from them and to understand that they're emotional and that we need to understand them. But where's the other end of this, right? And my conversation that I get in arguments about because the women that I'm talking to don't want to be fair. Who told you that a man couldn't yell at you? And why is it a crime that a man raises his voice at you when half the time y'all don't listen? You know, women, it's not that y'all dumb or nothing. By far, y'all intelligent. But y'all do what the fuck y'all want to do. Y'all father, y'all brothers. See, we never talk about, we'll say, well, that mean your daddy want this. I know women that got fathers and they still hoish. I know women that got brothers who be fighting niggas for them, but they still out here doing shit that they shouldn't be doing. But as brothers, we got to make choices. I got 12 sisters. I got to make a choice. If my sister fucking with some nigga, I'm not getting involved in her relationship unless it's really, really bad. Because I go over there and fuck this nigga up or step involved and she gonna go fuck him because that's how unstable that women be when it come down to their relationships. Men are fucked up too. But mind you, the same mindset, we go fight this nigga, daddy go da-da-da, we put hands and feet on this nigga and then you back and that nigga back in the house. So we need a clear line of what it is, right? Or what we can be. And we need to understand. So that's why I was saying that in this whole conversation that I'm tired of waking up and I'm tired of seeing women. When I say, what has women figured out? Women, respectfully, y'all didn't figure out, like, when it come down to, like, the question I always say to say, I get up in the morning, they be like, show me 1,000 black men with their own apartment and I'll be quiet. I mean, this is only a conversation because of child support, right? Respectfully. When we talking respect. Child support, food stamps, government assistance, what's them programs I get where y'all work and they pay y'all, and then you know, these programs don't exist for men. So it's not that I'm saying that y'all deserve to be talked down to about it. What I'm saying is that y'all should watch what y'all say to us because y'all had the great white boy, the American government, giving y'all funding. And see, that's what I say history. Until like the 1940s, the black family was home. So what they did was they changed certain things, right? The jobs, the dynamics and shit, and they came up with welfare in the 1900s. And the welfare said your man can't be at home. See, that's a deeper level. That's why I talk to a lot of people and they be telling me like, I'll be like, listen, respectfully, whether man or woman, y'all niggas can't really educate me because y'all don't read enough. So when I be talking to people, I be like, I get you, but I'm not on the surface level, right? In every conversation we have, there's 100 people in a room that watch me and 75 of them sit at different. Some people can only see the surface of what I'm talking about. He just must got a problem with women. No, I'm talking spiritually. I'm the same guy that got up here and got cussed out for 2 months for saying black women had a spiritual problem for having fake nails and fake hair. But instead, everybody cussed me out like I was the worst motherfucker on planet Earth, but nobody started wearing their own hair and nails, respectfully. So why would a man like me, if I'm 37 years old, if I come up here and I got a great mind, and when I challenge thinking, because I thought before I started having these conversations that women wanted to be better. I thought that women wanted to be righteous. I realized that on average, the most 95% don't. And the women that do fuck with me, they all hit me directly and they tell me the same thing. Like one of my homegirls said her name, she was like, yo, let me tell you, there's a common denominator between all of them low-minded women frequency that you argue with or that and got something to say. And I say, what's that, yo? And my homegirl said, they're emotional, right? So like my homegirl told me, she said, yo, I was raised by my father. So her father taught her as a young girl until she was grown, like, I need you to stop thinking with your emotions and use your logic. See, your emotions, I say, look, yo, I need you to work out. Emotion will have you like, you calling me fat? Fuck out of here, you poking my nigga, you disrespecting me, that's your emotion. Logic, a woman that's in her logic would have said, well, you think, she looked down, she was like, yeah, I can get a little tighter, let me get right for you, baby. Shit, the nigga say, let's work out together. She should be able to say, well, I want to work out, babe. I want to see you get your muscles up, so let's do it together. But when they told everybody that we don't, see, it's the mindset. Never ask a woman her age. Then we get a fucking rape charge. I mean, like, this shit is idiotic. The older women don't want us to ask her age, but it's girls, just like it's men that look old, there's girls that look like they're 27, and or she look like she's 30, she might be 15. If I don't ask her age, how the fuck I found out, though? But then if I fuck her, y'all gonna say I'm nasty and I got a rape charge. See, that's why I say women, make your fucking mind up. Half of y'all believe in God full of shit. The Bible said all of the prophets were sleeping with 12-year-olds. Fact though. 13-year-old girls. But when we see somebody in America that's in a cult that's worshiping God like David Koresh and he's sleeping with a 13-year-old girl, we say, oh, he's sick in his head. But it's our mentality. Now, I agree that in America that our girls at 12, 13 ain't ready. But is it because they can't be ready, or is it because mom and our society and dad is too immature mentally that want to keep their daughters innocent, right? Because when she get her period, nature say she a fucking woman. Anybody outside of that is just man's law, because I do agree that there's pedophiles and shit that do shit that's, you know what I mean? So, but on a deeper level, it's deep. So I ask y'all as women, not out of disrespect, what have y'all figured out as women that put y'all so far past us as men? Right? Because if you're a woman that always talks shit to men not having their own cribs and apartments and being unstable, but you took any EBT money or any food stamps or any SNAP, you out of pocket. If you on Section 8 or you got any help from the government and you talk that shit, you out of pocket because you had help. Men can't use that too. Because, we had this conversation before, Trauma, because I was 17 years old with scholarships on the table at D1 basketball college, and I went everywhere in Raleigh, and I went everywhere in other cities, and they told me exactly. See, that's what I be saying. A lot of women don't know this. They told me exactly. If you were a female who was pregnant, we can help you. And the only way that they would help me is if I would join these programs where it was like a shelter, and they get paid thousands, but it's like jail because you got to be in at a certain time. I'm 17, I got scholarships on the table. I'm not about to do this. I can't work. They want me to go do this and do that. Nah. If anybody has been in a shelter, I know, but my cousin and a lot of people around me, that shit, it's hard to get out them shits. But that's what I'm saying. As a man, I don't have time to play. I'm not niggas' fathers. So I'm going to keep it straight. I ain't here to sugarcoat. My point in my conversation was I asked a girl recently, a lot of girls, and it turned into arguments, which was, who said a man can't yell at you? Who told y'all as black women that we don't have the right to raise our voice and the only way that we can communicate with y'all is through talking and with a calm voice? That's bullshit and that's fake and that's not reality. No other woman on earth feel that way. The Indian woman, if her husband get frustrated, he raises his voice. Any other white men, they raise their motherfucking voice. Right? The Russian men, they raise their voice. No other woman on planet Earth feel like that they man gotta be pussy and gotta speak with a sensitive tone and get their point across. When I watched Black Panther, King T'Challa, they said something to him and he was like, he started yelling and they was like, what? He's like, I am your king. So regardless of what you think about me as a black man, nature gave me my position that you can't take from me because of your experience fucking with these little boys. Y'all fuck with these little boys. A woman, as smart as y'all are horrible at choices because y'all see positivity in everything. If y'all really was to ask y'all brothers and fathers, and they'll tell you like, I don't think bro worth shit, but y'all still gonna go fuck him and do all of this stupid shit, and then you got a baby, and 9 years later you come back 10 years, 20 years, I shouldn't fuck with him. We know we can't tell you that. We watch you. I sit around girls with their fathers, and half of them don't respect their fathers. I go sit in a household with niggas who got mothers and fathers, and I see how mom be telling daddy what to do. Ain't no real man. That's a bitch ass nigga. This shit supposed to be 50-50. I'm not interested in servitude. That's the difference between the rest of these niggas. The rest of these black men don't speak up. If they choose to sit here and let y'all play games and let y'all be that way, then that's that. And that's the reason why we have our problem. I don't hate black women. I only date black women. But I have a right to be disappointed in black women because I had a right to raise my voice at you. And the fact that they told you that I didn't, when I raised my voice, you see it as disrespect. And then you'll go off and you and now you think I'm crazy. But you go to them wealthy white folks and Indians and the million and go to their houses, go to them families, not even million, it's successful families, and see when daddy get mad if he's soft spoken. Right? I have the right to yell at you. I don't have to. Don't get me wrong. Hear me out. I'm not saying I got the right to just disrespect you all out, but I got the right to raise my voice. If you're not listening, we talking, we going back and forth, and you and your feeling, I tell you like, yo, shut up. I could be telling you to shut up because when you about to take this conversation, right? I say, women, do you know your power? If I'm mad and I come to you with frustration about something in the house, and if you can look at me and be like, all right, I got it, and you go handle it, it's over. But if you look back at me like, yo, who the fuck are you talking to? Instead of go handling what's problem in the house, this is going to escalate the problem because as a black woman, you are the great multiplier. My issue in this conversation, I argue with a lot of black women who tell me, you don't know shit. I know more about y'all bodies than y'all know what the fuck y'all know about yourself. I'd have been up here every morning. I know more about black women's body than most of y'all know about your own bodies. I know more about your connection to the moon and the cycle. I know more about your mindset than you. And I had to argue with somebody earlier, and I'm saying, like, how many psychology classes you took? I'm tired of arguing with niggas. We got all these opinions when a nigga like me go live, but the world fucked up out here. Something as simple as that girl hitting the teacher. Us as a people, we fucked up. That girl hit the teacher. The only thing we should be saying, I shouldn't be getting inboxes like, bro, if they hit my daughter, it's up. I respect it. It's your kid, and I wouldn't disrespect you. But you gonna throw your life away and go kill a nigga behind your daughter, and while you in jail, she gonna violate another motherfucker who's gonna fuck her up. Or vice versa. The teacher, if your child go to school, smack a teacher, and the teacher smack the shit or whatever, and then you go and you punch him or whatever, you shoot him, you kill him, you go to jail. You didn't teach your daughter a better lesson, or your son. You just took up for him, so you spoiled him. And so now when you in prison, somebody gonna kill their motherfucking ass or hurt them real bad. We didn't see that as a blessing from God that maybe she would have did, you know what I'm saying? So it's just a deep conversation. And it was even deeper that even black women couldn't see their self in that black woman. Y'all sick, my nigga. Men too. That woman is a grown-ass woman, and there's no reason why this says she's a public servant. She is a public servant. Why the fuck that little girl in the face? And like I said, it was a high school. Now on some real shit, I actually realized I know the family of the teacher. See this? I didn't know that, but this some real shit. This how ignorant we are as black people. Everybody who be on my feed that we got a right to our opinions, right? But if that was your motherfucking mama that little girl put her hands on, how you feel then? All right, then miss me. Because just like our niggas in my inbox, like if it's my daughter, I'ma clutch out. If that was my mama, it's up, nigga. It's up. Because that's my mother. You feel me? So mind you that she probably got a daughter or son that's 15, 16 that's ready to rumble with that little girl. And I know I'm in Carolina, so I know how powerful my words travel around this state. But I stand on everything the fuck I say. You know what I mean? I mean everything I say. And like I asked again, who the fuck told y'all? And listen, don't get me wrong, I'm compassionate. But who told y'all as women that we couldn't argue with you? So if I gotta talk to you like this, you know, I understand. And, you know, I don't mind that. But I'm not your father. right? Your father gonna deal with you in a manner because you're his daughter. Mind you, he gonna love you to death because you ain't your mama. So even in a good relationship, he love mom, but his daughter is really his prized possession because she value daddy in ways that mama don't value daddy on a deeper level. That's just how it goes. Just like son, right? So, excuse me, I understand the connection. But who said I couldn't raise my voice? I think about what I'm asking you. I'm not saying that we got the right to disrespect y'all, bitch, hoe, fuck ass nigga, but right? But at the same time, we gotta be honest, because if I can't raise my voice, then how can I show you the different levels of my frustration? There has to be a line. Just like a woman should be able to get to a line when she tell her husband, okay, enough, I can't take no more. And a man should be able to tell him chill, because sometimes it's emotional, right? But I think that one of the issues in this situation is at the end of the day, people, you feel, as women, y'all feel like that we supposed to do all of this extra shit for you. It doesn't benefit us. If you frustrating me and I keep being positive, stop playing, black women. Y'all don't respect shit except for some shit with force. Y'all strong, y'all mentally strong. Y'all feel like, you know, people say, well, I'll let my guard down when I meet a man that's ready for me to put my guard down. I won't knock your hustle on that, because it's a lot of fuck shit out here. I really understand, but I'm asking y'all to understand me. I'm asking y'all to understand and realize that stop sitting here being biased. All the women that watch me, you know most of your sisters and your homegirls is sluts and not shit and cheaters and liars and manipulators. The women are master manipulators when they learn how much power they got. You know what I mean? Y'all can't judge us for not wanting to be loyal to y'all when we know y'all got 7 niggas in y'all phone. Y'all got a nigga that give y'all money when y'all need. Y'all got a nigga on average that it's very few of y'all. That's why I wouldn't waste my time. Right? See, most niggas, they exist in the city you live in. Y'all local mentality motherfuckers on average. And that's saying that's any place. So y'all think that the niggas that y'all fuck with represent the men. No, nigga, you come from the south side of Raleigh, you in poverty, you in that area, that's the only thing you getting is them same impoverished mindset niggas. You live in Jersey City, New Jersey, you only getting them Jersey City niggas. How about you find something different? And even in Raleigh, in Jersey City, in the hoods, there's some good niggas. But let's be real, you don't want a good nigga. You want the nigga out there like Vaughn that's drilling and killing. You want the nigga with the money. You want the, you know what I'm saying? You're not interested in looking at a man with good character. You feel me? You're not interested. Stop making it seem like, and I hate that shit. I got a lot of sisters. I hear women now like, girl, he won't shit. But what was you expecting of him when y'all first met? Was you expecting this nigga when y'all first met? You weren't on none of that time. And that's what I tell women. When I listen to their stories and I be like, you're not wrong. But remember, when you got pregnant, you changed the dynamic, which is understandable, but that's not what he did. So y'all been smoking and drinking and partying all weekend together and y'all fucking. And then he get you pregnant, y'all 21, 22. You get pregnant 30 days later, you come up and you like, well, look, we need to do this differently and we need to start living better. You right. But that ain't how that nigga met you. He was fucking with you because you was getting high, you was sniffing, you was partying, you was fucking, right? But now that you pregnant, and not saying you wrong, I want you to understand mentally. Y'all go to niggas like, well, you need to change up. So now you change your being because you got a baby. And I'm not saying you wrong. But now you expect this man to change his whole being. He ain't carrying no baby. He looking at you like, I get why you frustrated, because now that you pregnant, you ain't supposed to be drinking, sniffing. You can't enjoy the delicacy. You got to sit your ass here and be good. And we ain't going to talk about that, trifling ass women. We ain't going to talk about that, though. Women talking about having sex with niggas when they pregnant. You feel me? Talk about y'all might not know this, but in ancient African culture, when a woman was pregnant, she wasn't allowed to even be around men, because just her being around men is a sin. Because when she's pregnant, she's hormonal. She's horny. You feel me? It's a reason. Just like black women, it's not that I'm picking on y'all. Y'all have to know thyself. In Africa, in all indigenous places, when your son turns 12, they take him away from mom because she's no good for him. Because a woman with her son, she will start to manipulate him emotionally. Just the same way how she can manipulate her men to do what she want to do, she can do that to her son too. Because as women, let's say they don't got a nigga, they start putting that on their son. Well, he the man of the house, he not the man of the house. But respectfully, when there ain't no man in your house and he the man of your house, that's your right. That's what you told him. So when now, if you ever meet a man, this little nigga walking around the house feeling like, who you, bro? You don't have the mental capacity. Right? And it's not against little boys, because I was a little boy. I know what it's like to be there, like, who are you, bro? Out of pocket. And then when I say that shit, my mom smack me in my motherfucking mouth. Y'all don't. Y'all y'all want to tell black men how we supposed to talk, right? But we watch y'all with y'all sons. Y'all sons some little disrespectful motherfuckers. Y'all sons some little bad, hard-headed, non-following direction. And you know the crazy part? I talk to everybody about kids, and they say this generation, they just stubborn, they don't listen. And no, this generation just ain't been parented. Y'all niggas is too cool. Y'all ain't whooping no ass. Y'all niggas cowards. And I'm talking to men. Y'all some fuck niggas. I don't give a fuck what my wife or what any woman tell me if we got kids. If that nigga cross the line with me, I'm in his shit. When he little, I'm gonna whoop his ass. When he get past a certain point, look at me in my face, I'm in his shit. And if you want to leave and you want to break up with me, so be it. But that little motherfucker would never disrespect me. Or you. See, y'all don't understand black boys. When they turn 12, 13, they're not scared of y'all women. Y'all don't understand our value. I done seen it in every household. That little boy gonna get old enough, whether if it's 12, 15, 16, or 19, you're gonna be telling him like, yo, go sit down, John. He be like, you know how you tell a nigga, like, I done seen it. They be like, yo, so why this happened? I said, this is what I see little boys doing to y'all, but y'all talking about us. These little niggas wouldn't dare say that to us. They know we slide their little ass across the room. You know what I mean? And I ain't just talking. Motherfuckers that know me know, like, ain't no little kid. My kids ain't doing that. I'm gonna slide your ass across that room. My kid's 17, one about to be 15, and my daughter 10. Now, how I deal with my daughter is different than how I deal with my sons. But at the same time, depending on how far my daughter want to go, if mama ain't home, as men, let me speak on men. Y'all coward niggas. Y'all need to pop y'all daughters too. Nobody has the biggest influence on their daughters than black men. And when y'all be babysitters, go back to that. When I say y'all daddies, the way I'm going to treat my daughter, I might not ever treat no woman that way. Why? Because my daughter going to give me a respect that no woman on earth going to give me. My daughter don't see me as a threat when I'm raising my voice. She see me as daddy. She respect my position, my authority, unless she's raised differently. When I'm upset, my daughter gonna give me a hug and tell me she love me. I ain't gotta wait for her attitude to calm down like black woman. You, as my woman, can't compare to my daughter. Because you have became to the point where now my daughter, as men, our daughters have become our sense of security because our women don't feel like we have no value. So understand that daddy gonna treat you a certain way because you everything to him. You gave him the respect that mama ain't really giving him. You know what I mean? That's the beauty of daughter, and that's like the beauty of son and mom. But just like when they get 12, 13, he starts smelling himself, she starts smelling herself. Now mama gonna have beef with that boy if daddy ain't around. Cause she, you know, I said on a song that our mamas can stop us from doing so much. Y'all niggas at work all day. Y'all busy. You know what I'm saying? The streets is us. Y'all so ambitious, y'all gave us to the streets. Our mamas at work all day, and I know y'all trying to provide, and I ain't knocking y'all, but the streets raised us. Because as a woman, you just don't scare me. Right? And listen, respectfully, I was scared of my mama. My mama a real nigga. I'm more afraid of my mother than my father. And my father ain't to be fucked with, but I was more afraid of my mother because I believe my mama would kill my ass if I did too much. You feel me? That's what we don't see. I don't see that no more. I seen a bunch of immature, lack of ability growing up niggas. Oh, my mama beat me when I was younger, so I ain't gonna beat my kids. That's why they getting shot down in the street, yo. One day y'all gonna realize, as we all grow up that been watching me, y'all gonna realize I was a motherfucking blessing. Right? Because I get up in the morning and I attack these topics and these issues, and some people felt like, and I understand too, or some people felt like I wanted people to agree with me. I'm mature enough to sit back in every conversation and say, you know what, where was I wrong at? See, if I offend you and we having a conversation, I'm willing to apologize to you. Not 4 days later. If I really, you know what I'm saying? If you say some logical, some real shit, I'll be like, you know what? You're right. We can build. We ain't got to agree. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, nobody raised with these morals no more. And so that's why my only question is not to disrespect any woman. I'm just saying, think about it spiritually. Why can't I say, yo, who the fuck you talking to? Niggas don't talk to us that way outside. Like, you know, y'all got to understand, we be going outside. Niggas don't talk to us like that. And then we come home and you 140, 150, we 230, and all this extra shit. We don't want no problem. But at the same time, when that old lady said recently, and everybody says it, a man cares more about respect than love. Because if I feel like you respect me, I feel like you love me. But if I feel like you love me, but you don't respect me, I don't feel like you love me. Ask, if y'all sitting around right now by any man that's around y'all, turn around and ask your husband or that shit, is it true? He gonna say dead ass. You can love me but not respect me, and I can't fuck with you but so far. But you can They gotta show me you love me, but you can respect me, meaning that keep the kids in place. Be more mindful about my feelings the same way you want me to be about your feelings, right? Lead by example as well. And watch the difference you get out that nigga. Stop thinking that men are stressed out. I know a lot of men that get up and they bust their ass. So when they come home to their family, they irritated. And they come home and they have a bunch of complaining. But if your wife is complaining to you because the kids are bad and you won't whoop no ass, that's your fault. And I want to say this to all the providers. Just because you pay all the bills, that don't make you a good person. Just because you know what I'm saying, or just because you do everything for a person that, you know what I'm saying, don't make you a good person. Just because you the housewife, that don't make you a good support system. Personality and shit do. So when I say yelling at a woman, I'm not talking about just degrading, but who told y'all that we have to talk to y'all? Like when I say, I hear it all the time, if a nigga yell at me, I'm going to tell him about himself. I'm going to cut him off. So then how can we fix anything? Because as women, y'all do some foul shit, right? Y'all naive to the planet. That's why, not religious, but Adam and Eve, I always bring it up. Why didn't Eve ask Adam, should I fuck with this serpent? Hey, Adam is in the garden. Adam, why did she get up and say Adam? Because it goes back, it shows a lack of respect for men from the beginning on a deeper level. At the same time, on Adam's part, and I'm just using this as an example, what the fuck was Adam doing that he wasn't paying attention to his woman? See, it's a two-way street. And that's my only point. The fact that y'all feel like we need to talk to y'all, I'm not your father. Your father gonna baby and sugarcoat with you. I sugarcoat with my daughter to a certain age, but even after that, I'm not gonna sugarcoat with her. Because by me sugarcoating to my daughter, that's the issue. That's why black girls today ain't shit on average. Because when they got 20 and they left their mama house and they came home and they cried to their mama and daddy like this nigga, mama them forgot to investigate what happened. And every man in my feed about to go crazy. 95% of breakups shit be women fault too. Not just men and women, but it be women fault too. But when a woman say, oh, mama, he did this, mama and daddy, they not investigating on average. They're not going and say, okay, well, you been with him, y'all live together 5 years. They don't go and daddy don't go talk to the dude, or they go pay attention and go ask him his side of what happened and try to fix it. Black women, single black women tell their daughter, girl, you need to get away from him, girl. It ain't right. You shouldn't be arguing, girl. You da-da-da. What the fuck she know? Your mama been single her whole fucking life. She ain't had one successful relationship. You taking advice from this psychotic, non-emotional woman? It's like a man going to their pops. Respectfully, my dad got like 17, 18 kids, bro. That's like me going to my father, asking him how to be a husband. Now, my dad definitely is a man, but he can't give me advice how to be a husband completely. He can, and me and my father was married, right? And that's wrong, because my father could because, and I'm going to say this, my father could because he was married, not to my mother in that situation, it was short, but to my stepmother, they were married, good, bad, and different. They stuck it out for some time. So he could, let me recorrect that. But it's certain aspects when I go to my father that he can't give me advice about if he didn't thrive at it, is my point. But to a certain extent, on the level that I'm on with like marriage, I don't know if I could get advice from some of my family members because I live in a different space. What I want in life ain't what maybe my peers, cousins, they might not, all want the same thing. Don't make them less than me. But it's that. Y'all take advice from people that are not qualified. Women got a circle full of women giving y'all advice and none of them are married. If you got a relationship, you should only get advice from people who have been a long time to you, because that's why I say illusion. 100 women tell me every year, well, you shouldn't argue in front of the kids. And I say that's why y'all failing. Because if your daughter never see you yell, if your daughter and them never see y'all argue, because we talk about this mental health shit, them counselors don't know everything. If your daughter and your son raised with you and they never see y'all argue, but y'all whole life y'all been going through problems, but your kids, y'all hid it from them, so they think shit perfect. That is a lie. You are a problem and you are a liar and you are deceiving your children. Right? Because you think you're doing good by them, but they're going to grow up thinking that the world is not what it is. They're going to think my mom and daddy never argue. And they're going to go out and look for a man like that. That shit don't fucking exist. Right? If two people be together and they never argue, they don't give a fuck about each other. And if y'all disagree with me, it's cool. But you can't convince me that people care about each other who don't argue. If they never argue, they don't give a fuck about each other. They either both love being in a position with each other because they both benefit by being with each other, whether the lifestyle, the money, or whatever, but they still out there doing whatever. But you can't convince me of that. He said he was working the fields. It's like, so it's that. It's like a woman say, and I don't knock it. Women say, I want a man like, this is the confliction since I was a little boy. I need a man to lead me. I need a real man. I need a man to lead me. But then it's like when we get in deep conversation, I sit around, I have a conversation or watch them in conversations, and they be like, yo, well, you the head. Well, I ain't a man, so I ain't the head of the house. But when arguments break out, oh, I'm the head. So it's like, so wait. Are you the head or are you not? The illusion of which I think a man is, that came from the European. The European man created this ideology of the man. The only thing that make him a man is his worth. I get it. We live in a place for building it. But if y'all spent more time building, that's why I was saying, y'all get so much bad information. Don't waste your time. Remember, dude said, don't waste your time building, getting in the mud with a nigga, because when it ain't gonna help. And his point of view was, because, what he say? He said, because I can show you the statistics of women that helped men that didn't have nothing and built them all the way up. And I can show you that 85% of them relationships don't last. And I was like, that's horrible fucking advice. And y'all saying why? Because how does that make it the man's fault? In some of these situations, yeah, these men get their bag and they show the fuck out and they disrespectful. In some of these cases, these men get to that bag or whatever with their women, right? But now it causes insecurity. Or the women might not like it because, well, now you got money, but you don't need me no more. It doesn't mean that if 85% relationships didn't work when a woman helped a man, that doesn't mean that the man was at fault for the relationship breaking up. My daddy say, niggas, we so smart, we dumb. You know what I'm saying? So it's just that. And I don't try to be extra, but I just feel like as a man, I don't want to date black women if it don't work out, because it's like, I don't got time. You know, I can't be your daddy and then at the same time, like, I gotta be your father, because if your father was there, I gotta teach you the rules to this shit so that you don't fall victim to these niggas out here. So that you don't. But at the same time, you gotta be willing to listen to me so that you don't fall victim to these niggas out here. You know, that's why I say a song when I meet women like, yo, all your exes is fronting. They act like they was me. All y'all exes act like they was me, but really they was fronting. That's an illusion. They really ain't built like that mentally or really on that type of time with their heart, but they put on that front to get what they want from you. And you accepted that shit. So now when you meet other men that got that same appeal that might have a good heart, you think that he came for gains because you fell for the illusion. Right? And I want to say, women make it seem like men, we all infected by that TV. If all black people boycott the TV for 10 years, none of us would act like, we wouldn't dress the way we dress, we wouldn't continue to follow the mimics and the shit. So that's all I'm saying. I'm not blaming women. I'm just asking women, why can't we yell? Why does that make us bad men if we raise our voice? That's the part, that's the masculinization of what male animal on fucking planet Earth can't raise his voice? If a female lion or a female tiger or a female any creature smack the shit out of the male animal, do they get charged with assault on a female? They understand when y'all, as women, when y'all die and go to heaven, y'all gonna be like, well, he did this to me. God don't know nothing about child support because he didn't create it. And man won't supposed to be paying you $1. He's supposed to be going out there getting that food for you, finding the cotton and making the materials and giving it to you as a woman so you can make it. And I'm not saying women are supposed to be at home. There's brilliant women that supersede men in the work field. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying that at the end of the day, if you an alpha woman and you strong-minded, you like telling niggas what to do, then you need to get you a soft nigga. And not like soft, but you need to get you an omega. A man that don't mind you telling him what to do and got low self-esteem. A lot of women got niggas who little boys. So y'all date all these little boys because I keep dating niggas in the same fucking area. You know the nigga ain't graduated high school, he ain't got no degree, he ain't never been on nothing, but yeah, bro, yeah, bro. Yeah, and you fucking with him and wonder what you got when he fucked you. Or if you up top, you got nigga, yeah, son, but them niggas, when y'all was fucking these niggas, y'all weren't worried about what type of house they had. When y'all was fucking these niggas, y'all weren't worried about where the money was in their pocket, what type of father they was gonna be. But when you get pregnant, everything changes. You expect him to be this man. That ain't how, if you didn't meet this man in college or when you met him, you should have liked him for his capabilities of what he could be as a father, as a man, his responsibility. But no, you caught up on TV. You want to date So-So over there from the block. You want to date goddamn Jay Ruger. You want to date, you know what I'm saying, Pistol Toting Pete. You want to goddamn, y'all not just women, y'all in love with the fantasy. Like, I know, y'all can't front to me. I know a lot of them good girls, I know because I watched it. Y'all live in a fantasy world. That's what Elijah Muhammad, y'all live in a fantasy. Y'all know this nigga killed, like bruh said, it's funny how black women and black men, the more negative shit we do to each other, the more that y'all respect us. If I get up here and be drilling Lil Durk and talk drilling, killing niggas, and you know they dying, the more we support them and fuck with them. But let a nigga like me be online talking this positive shit, and I done had more women who told me they fuck with me heavy, and within 2 years, because of one conversation, hit me, fuck you, nigga. You a piece of shit, and you think you know it all. Nah, spiritually, you just don't like shit that I'm saying because I'd hold you accountable for everything you do. My niggas too. I am not biased. Just black man ain't in the position to oppress black women. We don't got more money than y'all. We ain't got the houses more than y'all. We ain't in that position. But I feel like when I'm being real, people are like, oh, you woman bashing? Nah, I'm speaking my mind. You feel me? And so that's why I say the conversation is why us as black men don't have faith in black women. And it's not, and I mean it on a spiritual level. I'm not looking for a white woman or trying to, you feel me? I'm just saying that it's discouraging to know that we know before we even say hey to you or approach you, that if you got a nice body, you know that already, and it's 30 niggas in your phones trying to fuck you and trying to impress you that's fake. And out of all 30 of these niggas that's smiling in your face, maybe one of these niggas is a real person. Right? Well, girl, I submit to him, and if he got a house, a car, da-da-da, well, why would he submit to you? Because he got a house and a car. Let's say you got a house, a car too, or y'all match each other fly. But a lot of time that's not what's happening. He got a house and a car. He come through like, girl, I love this nigga. He pay part of my rent, da-da-da, but he can pay your rent and 9 other women. He got 3 girls in Cary, 1 in Raleigh, 3 in Durham, 2 in Dunn, 4 in Henderson, 6 in Rocky Mount. That's what this shit about. And the crazy part, as men, we know if our pocket right, we can fuck y'all. We ain't got to be committed to y'all as long as we going to cover the ends of certain things. Here's what it is. And that's not all of y'all. I never said all. I understand that there's 10 to 20 groups of women. And I want y'all to be fair with us too. There's 10 to 20 groups of men. You know what I mean? And we get caught up as the people that's like the women that watch me and they be like, I ain't nothing like that. You not. But you got to be real with yourself. And most of your friends you grew up with, you see how they were. Like when you go to the club, for example, you know how many girls I know who got niggas and baby fathers who was married like at work. Let's talk about at work. Because I work mad years. The last 10 years I ain't worked for nobody, but listen. I worked all the way up till I was then at 30. And every job is like a high school. The women that's married, they're the most hoish. They're the most wild because they've been with their niggas forever. They probably been together, whatever, but at the end of the day, they looking for excitement. They ain't trying to leave their niggas. See, we know this is men. They'll be with their nigga because they nigga the one that they got kids by and they want to break up their families. And this nigga help them. And financially, they good, but she don't really want to be there. So she at work fucking everything sexy that come in the building. Niggas be at work fucking all the girls. Like when we first come into work, and men and women, and we see somebody be like, damn, she bad, or y'all be like, damn, that nigga cute, sexy, whatever, right? As soon as women, y'all know I ain't lying. A nigga come into the job that all the girls think he cute. Y'all, women unconsciously, y'all throwing this stuff, hey, how you doing, da-da-da, doing shit. If that man fuck with one ugly, dirty-ass girl in that building, he lose all his motherfucking value. The girls in there be like, oh, hell no. He like them dirty bras. Feel me? Same shit as men. When we get in there and you can be cute and we see what you over there flirting with, like, oh, she dirty. She like them dirty niggas. You feel me? So, it's just one of those situations. And that's why I just always say, like, regardless of what the bigger picture is or what's bad or what's good, and let me take my headphone. I had to take my headphone out. That's probably, I don't know how much it was affecting my sound. But let me see what it says. It says, sound like me. Women do want control. It's like, I mean, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it no more. You want a man to talk to you sweet. You want a man to be there for you, but you're not willing to sacrifice certain things. So my real reason to say, women say, well, why is it that you feel that way? You guys are not willing to sacrifice to a certain level anymore as women. Y'all feel like if y'all give y'all, my mama told me this. My mama was like, nah, as women, we really not trying to. A woman today, after her first relationship, her first love or two, she is not pure and she is damaged, just like men, right? But it's a different level. She will love and she will date again and she will marry and she will do all of this shit. She might have more kids, but she will never commit herself the way she committed to her first love and shit. So why should us as men be committed to y'all? My mom and my sister tell me like, nah, we don't really be fully committing to niggas because we don't, right? So why would we? The point of love and the reason why black women are not attracted to us as men, the men, is because the value system. The value system. We know that a nigga that's a little cuter with a nicer car, what you think he doing better, you dizzy. That's when Todd, they be like, man, shorty dizzy as fuck. That expression mean like, yo, it don't take a lot. And see, the men who understand what I understand got two choices. A nigga like me, if I was a cold-hearted nigga, I'm the worst type nigga because I can have everybody, like, if I go cold-hearted, everybody in trouble. Like, niggas, baby moms, everybody in trouble. Right? But see, that's the power of understanding. A lot of men that know this information understand women. So when you at work and you show certain things or you say the wrong thing, you let us know that it's capable. And the niggas who know, we understand exactly how to play on y'all. Once we find out what you like, or you like a nigga with money, it's easy access. We might not even have it. We might just have a little something. Or we can put it in front of you and we gonna get that shit. Right? Or the ones that like to be impressed from popularity, or I want to date somebody who's popular for status, we gonna use that to our advantage. We're gonna take you out with us. You turned out over the wrong shit. When I hear women complaining, I don't hear a lot of them talking about, I need a man that's spiritually ready to, but in order to get that, what about you? Just like, I don't hear men be on some different shit. I don't be having this conversation. No disrespect to my brother, because a lot of men watch me and y'all know what I mean. But this conversation with men is a waste of time. Like, as far as like trying to sit here and be like, yo, you know, it's enough women and shit out here having that conversation. And I'm down. Like, somebody come up here and want to talk about it, I'm with it. Because I ain't biased. I think 95% of all men full of shit too. I think men are liars on average, abusive. They're not open-minded, right? So I got a lot of homeboys that argue and I'll be like, yo, I see why your baby mama don't fuck with you. Cause I'm your nigga, and when we talking, you cutting me off and you ain't listening to me. So I know why she don't fuck with you. I'm a realist. You know what I mean? But what I can say is these men the men like 40 and under, they a different type of nigga. It's a lot of deadbeats, but it's a lot of niggas out here really fighting, and they gotta go through this bullshit with y'all, cause y'all know at the end of the day that it's controlled. Even if y'all don't fuck with us, but y'all think y'all can make us pay. Oh, he don't fuck with me, he left me, or I'm gonna torture him. Let me go down to child support. Most all women go to child support out of spite. And I'm not saying I'm not making no spite. If you went with this nigga years and he leave you and put him on child support, and you put him on child support when you mad, spite. And some women will take their men off, and some women really need help. I'm not knocking it. But I'm just saying, what was the intent and what made you go do it? You feel me? So I just be trying, you know. It's not a beautiful thing to go up, right? We sit back and I talk to a lot of men, like a lot of my homies, we talk to them, and you know what I hear the most? We tired of investing in black women because we can't say shit to y'all sons. These little niggas, and respectfully, these little motherfuckers, they not our age. They didn't survive to see our age. We got our ass whooped. Our mothers did our job. You want us to save your son's life? Then there's some shit that we gonna do to your son that you ain't gonna agree with. But when I tell people, look at other nationalities and look at other shit, right? I forgot, what was I watching? I think it was a movie, but when dad said something to his sons, she never interjected on him. But she did talk to him later, because at the end of the day, she understands that boys need to be fully submitted to their father. And if they choose to rebel, they need to go on about their business and start their own house. You know what I mean? But always, you know, one thing I do know about these conversations is that if I go live and I talk about something random, if I go live and I start yelling and I'm talking random, my feed will go all the way up to 20, 30 people. But if I have a conversation about a black woman, my feed will stay in existence. It might go up, and I see it go to 14. So I say something about a woman, it go back down. That's why y'all not growing. Because if can't nobody critique y'all. See, black men, as a black man, we under the knife all day. We know y'all ain't shit. Y'all da-da-da. Y'all ain't this. And I'm not saying, oh, yeah, but y'all know the vibes. We already got white men telling us we ain't shit. The Chinese man, everybody else, the white women looking at us funny because she think all black men rapists and sexualized. Right? We got this going on all the time. And then we come home and we got to hear all your popping and mouth and shit and all the disrespect while we grown-ass men and y'all little-ass sons running right here being menace to society. So I want to remind you, all the women that watch me, when all y'all sons grow up and y'all argue with us, them little motherfuckers gonna be held for somebody else's daughter. So if you let him not be responsible, not do chores, not do what he supposed to do, roll his eyes, when he grow up, he gonna call some other little girl hell. And that shit be crazy. Black women are illusional sometimes. They grew up without a fucking daddy. But they have a son who don't take care of his fucking kids and they be disrespecting the girl. Bitch, you don't say nothing about my kids. You know that nigga ain't taking care of his kids. Shit, that's the sickest shit in the world. Women are that biased. Oh, that's my son. So you ain't gonna talk, but he a piece of shit. And you ain't have a daddy and you gonna okay this shit? Or I done seen women connect with baby mothers who trifling over their son. Because, oh, it's a woman and I know, girl, these niggas ain't shit. And niggas be like, yo, but you my mother though. So it's a deep conversation. But if I can't, as a man, I have every right by nature. Remember, that's why y'all never gonna get married. That's why y'all gonna die single, respectfully. And that's why y'all not gonna have a lot, because a relationship is love is work in progress. Ain't no nigga your butler, your slave, or your servant. God created me to be a little more aggressive in self-esteem. It's a reason. So when you being too nice to the kids, I'm gonna go behind you when you leave and say, I don't give a fuck what your mama said. You gonna do what the fuck I said. God, it's a reason why men don't carry the babies. You are naive. You're idiotic. You carry the baby. You carrying the baby make you so dumb that you feel like, well, because I carry the baby, give me the rights. It don't give you shit. You ain't do nothing special, respectfully. And I'm not trying to disrespect the woman. I'm saying that God said you had to carry the woman. We didn't have sex and we both stood in front of God and you said, hey, I'll carry. And the man was like, I ain't carrying. Y'all carry because y'all don't got no fucking choice. You don't have a choice. So I want the notion of women saying, oh, I carry the child, you carry the child, because that's who God or nature said gonna carry. If the men, like they say, the male seahorses get pregnant, I question if they really know which one is a man and a woman. Because nothing else on earth do men really deliver babies. So it's getting the understanding. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be thankful for the conversation, but at the end of the day, we are not intrigued. And even though everybody look at me, I had this conversation with thousands of men. When I get off this live, 100 niggas gonna be in my inbox. Niggas gonna call me all day like, bro, we tired. Y'all gotta offer more than body, babies, and looks. Most of the women I know that's attractive, I can't really have a deep conversation with you. Real shit. Black women, as smart as y'all are, spiritually, y'all on the lowest frequency. I ain't talking about the Bible. I ain't talking about the Quran. I'm talking about history. I'm talking about law. I'm talking about love of self. I'm talking about understanding. I know a lot of women that worship religion and they hoes, or niggas that worship religion and they killers. That don't mean nothing to me. Most of the wildest niggas up top, Allahu Akbar. And them niggas out here committing crimes and killing. A lot of niggas are mass murderers, Christians. Fuck out of here. Like, it doesn't hold any merit. And that's what I'm saying. I just wish that it would get better. And in time it might. And maybe not. But if you one of the few that care, when you get you a good nigga or men and you get you a good woman, be mindful that he has the right to get mad, just like she has the right to be emotional. But we gotta be able to get out of it. If I come to you with the truth, you overweight. I don't like how I don't like what I seen in your phone and da-da-da. Or I don't like this and yo, da-da-da. You like, well, you ain't my daddy and da-da-da. Actually, I am, because the Bible said when you become a union, and marriage isn't about I do. It's about if you got a kid with a nigga, you married. If you got 3 baby daddies, you got 3 husbands. That's what the definition of marriage is. When it said that Mary was not married, when we did the translation and we traced the origins back, it only meant that she had no children. If you got a baby, if you got a child, your child's father is your husband. That's the true definition. You know what I mean? So I just hope that in our conversations that I can build, because I'm not coming out of so much of a frustration point of view or trying to be disrespectful. I'm just coming out of the aspect of if as a man I can't yell at you, I can't raise my voice, I can't do this, then I'm not allowed to be myself. Because you are emotional as a woman. You do things, I'll say, look, hey babe, don't do that. And I see women all the time still do it. So I give you a warning, don't do that, it ain't gonna work out. You just trying to control me. Then you go do it. And then after you do it, it don't work to your benefit. But if I say I told you so, well, you ain't got to be like that. Or if I don't say I told you so, and then you make the mistake and then fuck up, and then I come back, and we assuming that you gonna come back humble. Nah, you still ain't gonna come back around humble and say, okay, I'm gonna listen this time. There's no benefit of this shit. And that's why I say it's not about me not liking black women personally. It's me saying that on a deeper level, I done said in rooms and I be like, look, we talking history. And they be like, yo, shut the fuck up. That shit you saying stupid as hell. I like my blunt. How you doing? Dap you up. All right, see you later. I'm leaving. I ain't got no time for low frequency women. Just like how y'all shouldn't have it for men. If I come around and the only thing that matter to you is your body or what you think you got, because I don't give a fuck what your house look like, what your car look like, how much money you got, you a piece of shit. So that's where I'm at with it. I ain't gonna hold this morning. I'm gonna keep it simple. I know I ran my mouth, but I'm only meaning good for the women that can't digest what I be saying. All I'm saying at the end of the day, reevaluate how you look at shit, and you will realize the only job, if you got a nigga that love you or you love him, all you have to do is make him feel that you respect him and that you really value him. He'll do everything for you. But this and thinking that what make you think that we're going to submit and do all of this extra shit for you just to get you to submit? So we done did all of this work just to get you to submit? Nah.